All right, what up, YouTube? This is No Cap No Filter. I'm your host, Marley G, back at y'all on another episode of Running With You. And tonight, I got to run it with y'all about this little clip I came across. Of course, it's another Pop the Balloon clip. We got to talk about it. We got to get into this dating shit. And it's a young lady on here, and she said something that a lot of people just find cringe. She said something that a lot of people just, you know, it don't sit well with their spirit. She says she likes to argue, and it just furthermore proves a stereotype that I just hope we could just shake. Let's get into it. Without further ado, y'all know I don't like to play around. Let's go get right into it.
And so why did you end up popping your balloon?
I popped because I'm pretty spontaneous. I know you say you don't like a lot of chaos, and now chaos doesn't equal spontaneity, but
Spontaneity.
I like to do things on a whim, so I feel like that isn't really what you're looking for.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I love doing things. I'm very last minute. I love doing things on a whim. I just don't like arguing and drama. That's really what I meant.
Okay.
Do you fit what he's saying about chaos though? Because he's saying he agrees with you on the spontaneous stuff.
Right. I'm not gonna lie, I like to argue, but in a fun.
See what I'm saying? This stereotype that I wish we could get out of. And men, by the way, women that just always need some spontaneous going out on a limb, they will drive you in the ground when it comes to your pockets. They're gonna always want to go out somewhere. They're gonna always be stimulated. They can't just sit around and just chill. When it comes to having a family and whatnot and being in the house, they ain't looking for that. They just trying to go have fun on your dime. Have fun at your expense. Go to all these trips. Go to these restaurants. Go to these clubs. Go to these lounges. Go to these bars. Go to these restaurants. Gotta have me stimulated. Excite me. Make me have fun. Like women like that, dog, they don't have any hobbies. They just depend on someone else funding their fun. And the only idea of fun is going to the club and doing the same old shit. And if they going on a trip and they getting on a plane, it's to either Vegas, Houston, Atlanta, or Miami. That's it. Maybe Los Angeles. But other than that, it's the same shit. And it's the same stereotypical shit. And then she said she liked to argue. Now, granted, a lot of people like to argue when it comes to makeup sex. A lot of people will argue, quote unquote, for the plot. Just to spice things up. But liking to argue just to argue, oh my God, this is the worst type of people to deal with. And these are the people who don't take no accountability, and everyone around them is the problem except themselves. Like people like that, they don't have nothing to lose. And people like that, they don't really have much going on, and they live on the internet and they scroll and they watch baddies, and I'm pretty sure they eat Takis. You gotta stay away from women like this because they're not gonna bring you peace. And one thing about a men, we really like our peace, bro. Because we all fighting the world. We all, trying to be a provider. The last thing we need is to come home in what she said, chaos. Come home in the arguing. Look at this man's face right now. Look at his face. He look like Chinese man right now. He's like, huh? What did you say? You like to argue? Come on, man. It's like a different language. Like, we not on the same page right now. And I just wish women just understand that. Like, why women like to be our headache? Why when women post memes, it's always about aggravating the man? Why women always got to be his prettiest problem? Why do you want to be a man problem in the first place? Grown kids, grown adults. Let's continue.
In a fun way though, not in a crazy way, not in a crazy way.
Cap.
You know what? I don't know. If you know what I mean, you know what I mean. If you know, you don't. But yeah.
In a fun way, not in a crazy way. That's cap. I guarantee you, she's the type of girl that will get with her friends and try to just do something to damage this man's belongings if she felt a way that she feels played, just off emotions and quote unquote for the plot and to have some excitement. These are the people who don't have nothing to lose. And she looked like a young girl, so she's not at that level of maturity yet. I would probably guess she's maybe 22 years old. You know, a lot of times when you're 22 years old, you enjoy them toxic relationships. I remember when the word toxic first got popular and men were still getting women numbers because they were saying, oh, I'm toxic. Or you a little toxic. I need a little toxicity in my life. Women like that stuff because it stimulates them. It gives them a new written chapter in their book. It gives them something to talk about when they're with their friends. When they out with their friends and they having a little chat session, a little what's they call that? Chatty patty session. They like to say, oh girl, you won't believe what Derek did now. Almost like the more toxic and juicy the tea is, the better they come out, you know. But when a girl is happily married, she's baking cookies and she's, you know, getting the food ready for her man and her children and making the house tidy. Oh, she ain't got nothing to talk about. She just a boring housewife. We ain't trying to really hear what you got going on. But that's the reality we living in. And I just hope we could get out this stereotype. And men, when you're young, you might tolerate this, especially if, you know, the woman looking good and the woman section you're good. You might tolerate this. But once you get to a certain age, you're going to choose your peace every single time. I want to know what y'all think down in the comment section below. Is she just kidding, or is that the way she is? You know, and you know, we just got to get out this stereotype of, you know, having chaos and toxic just to, you know, have excitement in a relationship. You know, and like I say, man, women that gotta just be stimulated, spontaneous all the time is not gonna be your best choice. You know, now it's cool to be spontaneous in certain moments. Say you on vacation and you want to be spontaneous in a sexual way. Cool. Say you on vacation and you want to do something you never did as far as an activity. Cool. But every single day you coming home from work and a girl just gotta be stimulated. No, bro. No, this is just gonna be a headache. You need to find yourself a hobby and you need to go find yourself some good habits. Other than that, a lot of women don't even have hobbies. They do the same shit. They scroll on the internet, they watch TV, and they go talk about rumors with their friends. But go ahead on and like the video. If you've been liking the content, go ahead and subscribe if you're not. And if you would like to see me react to more videos like this, hit up the comment section. If you would like to see me speak on something that you want me to speak on, go ahead on and hit up the comment section or hit up the email, nocapnofilter7@gmail.com. Until next time, I'm out.